Hello and welcome to ITV News Meridian.
These are tonight's headlines here in the Thames Valley this Monday evening. Setting up camp on a crucial week over the future of HS2. Activists bed in on the planned route and say they are staying.
Good evening. It's a crunch week for HS2. Decisions to be made about its future and what impact that will have on its route through the Thames Valley.
Well, as costs spiral, local activists are calling for it to be scrapped, with a permanent camp now being set up by campaigners. Well,
if it goes ahead as planned, the high-speed rail link will cut through the Buckinghamshire countryside, close to Wendover and Aylesbury. Now, the Wendover Active Resistance camp has been set up in Woodland, just off the A413.
Our transport correspondent Mike Pearce has spent the day at the camp and sends this.
Well, this is right inside the camp, and as you can see, it is pretty basic, lots of tents, but people who are here saying this for now is their home and they'll be doing everything possible to stop HS2. They're here tonight and will be, they say, for as long as it takes, in all kinds of weathers. Day and night campaigners are on standby to prevent the bulldozers. They say this wood is typical of many sites that will be destroyed if the project is built. The site is where they plan a massive viaduct to carry the trains overhead between London and Birmingham.
I think it's important for us to be here, to make a stand, to bring the attention, to re-energise the community and actually, hopefully, delay or stop HS2.
Do you think a camp like this can actually do that at the end of the day? Because they'll just send the bailiffs in, won't they?
They will send the bailiffs in, absolutely. We have said we'll hold this land as long as we can. And when the bailiffs come, we'll hold that land again. And part of that is because it gives us an opportunity to use this land to tell the story about the impacts to the local community, the impacts to the wildlife. This is just one example of thousands up and down the line.
They're building structures to live in and taking to the trees to make it more difficult to remove them. This is similar to other camps along the route, but the first in our region.
It makes it less likely that they will be able to just strong-arm their way in and kick us off.
And how important is it for you to be here and be doing this in a tree?
It's the price you pay for a clear conscience. I mean, it's not what I would choose to be doing. I mean, it's not the prettiest place in the world and it's winter and there are other things I would rather be doing. But having said that, it's important.
In Wendover, it's hard to find people who back the scheme. From councils to MPs to locals, many are opposed and are backing the protest.
These lovely woodlands we have around here will all be taken down.
And HS2 would say it's important for the economy, it's important for jobs, it's important for the country.
From what I understand from people that have spoken to me, that actually a lot of the cases they've put forward for it like that are actually false cases.
Meanwhile, a government review into HS2 continues. Well, this is the communal area where they do all the cooking, they have their meals and they meet people who come to visit them as well. Jimmy, you've been here for a little while now. How do you feel about being here? Look at the weather, really pouring with rain tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's places I'd rather be. It's cold, it's wet, but I think I and everyone else here has a responsibility to be protecting the community.
The other side will say that it's good for jobs, it's good for employment, it's good for the economy. What do you say to that?
I just don't think that's true at all. It's going to be taking money out of the north and all it's going to be doing is destroying habitat, environment and communities like it is here.
And you're going to stay the duration?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
OK, well, many thanks indeed. Well, of course, a review into HS2, we understand, is now complete to be considered by the government in the coming days, with an announcement expected in the next couple of weeks.